Do you live in Crestmoor, Hilltop, or one of the nearby neighborhoods? Then you don't want to miss our mid-year housing market update. As we get hit with the hot heat waves of summer, we dream just a little bit about fall. Wait, Zach, is that a cool fall breeze coming our way?
Not exactly, but it does help. As we move through the first half of 2024, we're seeing some shifts in the market with a big change in average days on the market and the number of sold properties.
Plus, we're starting to hear some questions from neighbors and clients about the upcoming presidential election. Most notably, how does the looming election impact the overall housing market? In this video, you'll learn about what's happening right now in our hyper-local housing market. Stick around. We'll be covering that and a lot more, Zach.
That's right. Oh, and before we continue, a quick note about us. I'm Zach.
And I'm Kathy. We're local real estate advisors here in Denver. And as some of you know, I'm a 20-plus year resident of Crestmoor. We're committed to bringing you updates every season of the year. The spring and early summer markets are key. The second quarter is typically the most active season of the calendar year.
If you'd like to schedule a time to talk about what's going on in the housing market and how it impacts you, just email us at info@nelsonteam.com.
Okay, let's move on and see how Crestmoor and Hilltop fared versus the rest of the Denver metro area on some important numbers between the second quarter of 2023 and the second quarter of 2024. We'll finish things up by covering the trends and our observations.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, the average sales price in the second quarter of 2023 was just under $1.8 million, while the second quarter of 2024 clocked in at just over $2.3 million.
Wow.
That's a 28% increase. But before you get too excited and start dancing in your living room, we need to consider the rest of the stats in our observations.
In Crestmoor and Hilltop, days on market have increased slightly from 23 days last year to 51 days in the second quarter of 2024. Once again, another big change as we're seeing homes sitting on the market longer in this current climate. Buyers are more picky and more discerning.
That's right. In Crestmoor and Hilltop, there was a 55% decrease in sold properties year over year. Contrast that to a 12% decrease across the entire Denver metro area. While it's a smaller sample size, we witness a big drop in number of sales. And with a much smaller sample size of homes sold, the average sold price number we mentioned just a minute ago is skewed by a handful of higher than average sold prices.
These numbers are demonstrating a big swing and potential shift in our Crestmoor Hilltop housing market. What are the big trends we're seeing affecting these potential shifts?
Well, there are some factors that can't be controlled and one that can. One that can't be controlled is the increase in days on market. We're seeing homes staying on the market longer than last year, with few homes actually selling.
Interest rates continue to show little movement, hovering just below 7% at the end of the second quarter. Some people we talk with are waiting until interest rates improve if they aren't in a must-move position. This has been an increasing sentiment, not only in Crestmoor Hilltop, but throughout the Denver area. There's no doubt this has contributed to fewer homes going on the market.
Well, how about a trend that we're seeing that can be controlled to lessen the days on market while also maximizing the sales price of a home? Presentation. It's all about presentation and how a home is launched to the overall market.
By having a home that is updated, clean, professionally staged, and priced competitively, you're giving yourself the very best opportunity to capitalize with buyers. These are the homes that are selling for top dollar and in a shorter amount of time on the market. Our team has a plan and strategy to make this happen.
Another potential trend or observation that can't be controlled: the upcoming presidential election. This is not a political statement, it's just reality. Typically, election cycles present little change in the economy and therefore interest rates. Larger changes tend to come after the election.
So we may have to sit tight until after the election to see any significant changes in interest rates. Then again, we are living in anything but predictable times.
Isn't that the truth? The housing market is constantly changing and there's always something new to report on. Tune in for our next seasonal housing market update video in October, where we will continue to track how the upcoming election and housing inventory, among other factors, affect home prices and activity in Crestmoor and Hilltop.
Zach and I will continue to stay on top of the stats and trends so you can be informed. If you're thinking about making a move in the next 1 or 2 years, we would love to be your real estate resources of choice.
Reach out to us at info@nelsonteam.com to schedule a time to talk about your real estate needs. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for our third quarter housing market update.
Bye-bye.